And what's going on, guys? Welcome to a very special stream. This is pre-recorded Zach Lolliot, and as many of you guys may or may not know, Capcom recently did a Resident Evil showcase, and here to talk about it with me is a special guest. Let me just get things started because I am not used to this. All right, I have a special guest with me. Did you want to introduce yourself?
Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Myth. And you can Myth the Alpaca.
Those of you guys who watch the streams probably know who Myth is. But if you don't, she also streams a lot on Twitch, and you can go find her over at twitch.tv/MythTheAlpaca. And I'll leave a link and all that stuff in the description. But we are here today to talk about something that happened during the time of this recording. It happened today. But by the time you guys see it, it's probably a few days past, and that is the Resident Evil showcase. And like I said, I'm just going to kind of structure it, or else I think that we could probably be here all night talking about it, because I think we both thought it was really good.
Yes, it was amazing.
It definitely was. But I'm going to go in order of how they showed things. So the first thing that they showed was the Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil Village DLC. And I'm going to kind of leave a little bit of that up to you, because I, even though I'm a Resident Evil fan, have not played that game yet. And I know that you haven't finished it, but how far into it would you say that you are?
Okay, so I have basically gotten just past the castle.
Okay. So how many hours would you say that is?
Probably about 3 or 4 hours.
Gotcha. Okay, I mean, it's still decent. I'm not even sure how long of a game that is.
But, like, not too, like, early in the game either.
Yeah, no, for sure. One thing, and I feels weird complaining about a game that I've never even played, but one thing, and I know some people might disagree with me, but just because of like how I got into Resident Evil, and it's funny, for people who don't know, your first Resident Evil game was what?
Resident Evil 3 Remastered.
Yeah, there you go. So I think everybody's first Resident Evil kind of is dependent on what they like from the series. And I've always preferred, and you might agree with me, I like Resident Evil more when it's in third person, when you can actually like, see your character. And I know that like Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8 for the most part is in first person. So one of the things that they showed off that they talked about earlier is the third person mode. And I think that for some reason is gotten me a lot more excited to play the game.
Yeah,
I think I'll just have more fun with it.
Doing that.
Because yeah, it just reminds me more of like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. And I don't know, even if I don't really like Ethan that much, it just feels more fun to play it in third person.
I would definitely agree with that. I do not like Ethan very much, and a lot of times I have been on calls with friends and such, and have literally been playing Resident Evil 8 and been screaming at Ethan that I don't like him.
Yeah, that's funny. The only other thing that I probably should have specified before I started this, but I guess, you know, it's better before we get into it, is this showcase had huge spoilers for Resident Evil 8. So a lot of the stuff got spoiled, but if anybody's watching this or listening to this and you don't want spoilers, I guess click away for the next few minutes. But the DLC, which is coming out, I think, in a week from now. Oh my god. So yeah, you should play more of that game so you can play the DLC. But that's going to be all in third person, and it's going to be focusing on Ethan's daughter, Rose. And that looks really cool because it like has a lot of like supernatural elements, which I kind of like. I know like Resident Evil purists, they only like it to be about like zombies and stuff, but I think it's still cool.
Yeah, I really am going to be enjoying that one because based on what I've heard, what the story is going to be and everything, it's going to be really good.
It seems like it, and I don't know how much it's going to cost. That's a thing that I think they left out. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention because I was too caught up in the hype, but either way, I mean, it'll probably be worth it. Just because I just love the gameplay of these games so much, and yeah, either way, it was just a really cool thing to show, and I'm excited. And I was always going to play Resident Evil 8. I've just been kind of waiting for the right time. It's not like I was thinking that it looked bad or anything. It's just I've had a lot of games on my backlog. But either way, moving on from that, just because while that was cool, I don't think that was the most exciting thing.
No.
And the next topic is like something that a lot of people are like hating on, but you and I are like actually really excited for it, and that's RE Verse.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I know a lot of people don't like it because they don't like multiplayer Resident Evil stuff, but I always did. Like, I always played like the Mercenaries mode in Resident Evil 4, and then they had another game. God, what was it? It was like Umbrella Corps. That was an older Resident Evil that was multiplayer. And you and I play a lot of like Dead by Daylight, so we play a lot of like multiplayer horror games, anyways.
Yeah.
So I think that like this game kind of appeals to us, Reverse, and plus it's just like filled with like fan service. Like you could play as Nemesis, you could play as Ada, Jill, Leon, Chris. Like it's just like it just seems like a lot of fun, and it's included anybody that owns Resident Evil 8. You get to play it for free, so it's not like you have to pay like a bunch more money.
Right. That's what I'm really looking forward to, and plus I keep seeing that there's going to be Wesker.
Yeah.
And I was like fangirling so hard over the Wesker content.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, who knows? It could come out and it could end up sucking. But the thing is, it's like it's already included with Resident Evil 8, so it's like you're not losing any money. But I'm excited. But like I said, I know a lot of people don't like Resident Evil to be multiplayer, but I think it's just a fun bonus.
Definitely. I'm actually really looking forward to it, and I think we should do some.
Do a stream. Yeah, we should. I would love to do that. But
Definitely.
like I said, that's one of the things that I think both of us kind of saw and got really excited about. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but
yeah, and Ada looks amazing.
Oh yeah, of course. I do hope. I know this is kind of. I'm getting ahead of myself here, but I do hope that her costume that we saw in the Resident Evil 4 remake would be in there. That would be cool.
Yes,
because we just saw her in the Resident Evil 2 outfit. But yeah, anything else you wanted to say about Reverse?
I'm really excited just to see like the arenas and such that they're going.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, kind of exciting.
Obviously, it's the Resident Evil 2 police department that's in every game. But there was like Resident Evil 7. There was like, there was some interesting stuff. I have to go back and actually watch that trailer.
Yeah, it looks really good, honestly.
Yeah. Either way, that's getting a little bit off topic, and I want to make sure that we have time for the main topic of the day, which is a perfect segue into Resident Evil 4 remake. What did you think? What was just your gut reaction? You cried. Yeah, let's go. So you have
like sitting there crying my eyes out because of like how good this game looks.
And it's funny because you have like a really unique outlook on it, to whereas a lot of Resident Evil fans grew up with that game or played it years ago, but you just played it for the first time a few months ago. Right?
Yeah, I played it in I want to say August.
Yeah, that's really soon. So I think that's cool because sometimes people can say that like it's just like nostalgia because it's like, oh well, I grew up with this game, so I remember it more fondly than it actually is. But you are this excited, and you technically just finished the original like a few months ago. So I think that really that's just a testament to how awesome this game looks, and it looks really, really good. I'm actually gonna pull up some clips here. First off, let's address the obvious, and I don't think this is a hot take at all, but I absolutely love the way Leon looks in this game. I think he looks so good. And like, I thought the way he looked in Resident Evil 2 was fine, but this is just way better in like every single way. His hair is longer. He looks like more depressed after everything that happened in Resident Evil 2.
And he should, because of the storyline and everything, and like when you go back and you like read through all the stuff from Resident Evil 2, it really like gives you more influence on like what he was feeling from game to game.
Yeah, and I was just talking like just a few minutes ago about like how I love character design, and I just love how his design like shows that he's like been through a lot, you know?
Yeah, I love that.
Gosh,
I love the environments. The environments in that game already are like insane.
Yeah, like because you played the beginning of the game, and obviously the village in the original is really cool, but the lighting, it just makes it look way more creepy. It's still in the day, but like, or like when Leon goes into the house at the beginning, like in the original he just kind of walked in and the guy was like standing at the fireplace, but in this one like you go into the basement, there's like he finds like the body, and it's just like way more than the first enemy that he encountered in the trailer was like that guy and his like neck was, you know, all messed up. I was just like, it actually made me like physically wince, and I've seen so many like gory games and stuff that I didn't think I was really going to be phased. But yeah, the environmental work is probably the best, and that's not even to like say that Resident Evil 2 and 3 is bad, but the difference is, and correct me, you know, if you disagree, but for Resident Evil 2 and 3, while I love that game, all of the entire game takes place during like a rainy night. You know, it's always nighttime, it's always raining. So I think it's like really impressive that this is daytime, you know, and it looks this good. It's like we haven't really played a Resident Evil like I don't know, does Resident Evil Village have like a lot of like daytime? I know it's like snowy, so that's a whole different vibe.
It has a little bit of both. You do see time pass.
Okay. Interesting.
You see moonlight, you see all of that. It's kind of really interesting to see how time passes in that game.
Yeah. But as we did see in the trailer, and as we know since we've played the original, obviously there will be nighttime segments as well in Resident Evil 4, and I feel like that's going to be even more horrifying. Like I said, we got a little bit of snippets here and there, but going back to some of the characters, because I don't think that Leon is the only one who's gotten a massive glow up. I physically jumped out of my seat when I saw Hunnigan. I think she looks so good, and she looks like accurate. Like they didn't change her too much, but she looks, you know, just. And I was really surprised because this game is going for a more realistic look than the original game, but she still looks like almost the same, and I love that. She does not look like they messed her up or anything. And then obviously, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say she looks really pretty. Yeah,
really cool. And speaking of that, though, perfect segue into our favorite character, Ada. We didn't get to see much of her, but I absolutely love her new outfit. I know that there's going to be some people that are mad that she's not wearing the dress, but I think that
not honestly.
Yeah, I think that this red turtleneck with the tactical vest, I think that looks perfectly fine. I have no complaints. And we're both pretty big Ada fans, so that's our seal of approval, I guess.
Yeah, I personally didn't like the original dress because it just makes sense to be wearing that.
For sure. Yeah, it means a little impractical.
Yeah, and it's a little impractical and everything. And it doesn't really explain why she has this fancy dress on.
I always just took it as she just likes to look stylish. Even though there's nobody around but let's buy like zombies, and maybe just for Leon, you know, just
Very true. That is true.
But also, and this is a character that I actually did not really like in the original, I actually also think that Ashley looks incredibly better. If that's probably grammatically incorrect. Yeah, I did not. I always thought that Ashley was really annoying, and she always kind of looked like, I don't know, she just had like a baby face, you know, like she had like the really chubby cheek. I don't know, I'm not really making fun of anybody who looks like this, but you know, it just wasn't. I don't know, like this Ashley looks cute. Like she looks really cute, and like it makes you want to save her more instead of like throwing her in the dumpster like you did in the original. But,
I just wanted to push her off the cliff half the time.
Yeah, exactly. And this Ashley is like, okay, I actually want to save her. You know, she doesn't save
That's what I want to protect her, because like she's not as annoying and not as blah.
Yeah, I agree. Going through, just because I want to cover everything, we saw a little bit of Luis, and I think he looks good. Yeah, I like his new voice, like all that. Nothing to really say about that. And the big one that a lot of people are probably going to be very excited about is the Merchant is back.
Yes,
and people love it. They might not bring him back because they thought that like him being in the game would be like a little bit too goofy. But I was like, no, I love it. I need this weird guy walking around selling me shit. I think he looks great.
I think he looks fantastic.
And then the main villain, Sadler, the hooded guy, looks awesome, same as he did.
Yes.
And a character that I'm actually surprised, because I didn't think that the Merchant was too goofy, but I was actually pretty certain that they were going to get rid of Salazar, the little guy, like with the Victorian. I'm sorry, what did you say? What was that?
I was hoping they wouldn't get rid of him.
I just thought that they would, because it just seemed too, because it seemed like they wanted to go for more of like a horror vibe with this game. and
Right.
it just felt like he would be maybe too cartoony. But no, I'm glad he's in it with this George Washington wig and all that shit. I love it. No, I think that's gonna be uh, amazing.
I
And
hope so. I hope they do it really well. I love his whole storyline.
yeah, no, absolutely. Um, I know that there's people that are like scared that there might be like things that are going to be cut from this game, and I think that that's okay. It seems like, from what I've seen, again, I could be wrong, but it seems like all of the important stuff is here. You know,
Right.
I wouldn't be
There's
surprised.
things that I hope they don't take out, but
Yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised if like some of the parts are shorter, like you're not in the castle for as long, or maybe you're not backtracking through the village as much. But I think that all the really important parts, like they showed the El Gigante, they showed
right.
the boss fight with the village chief, like when you fight him in the shed and his like spine is like all, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like they showed that for a split second. They showed
I just hope they don't take out the keychain. The
like
little
at
bear.
the end when Ada throws him the keychain. Is that what you're talking
Yes,
about?
it
Yes.
needs to be in there.
Yo, absolutely.
So important.
The one thing I don't think will be in there though is that really goofy jet ski escape at the end.
I really hope it is, just because.
Yeah, it would. I would love it if it is, but like, even for Resident Evil 4, the original, which was already goofy, that felt like even goofier. Like, it's like you beat the boss, all this stuff. It's like, here's a really weird jet ski thing that doesn't even control that well, and you crash, and it's just like.
Right? And you already know I can't control that.
Yeah, but like in your defense though, I don't know a single person who got out of that cave on their first try, because they were like, wait, what? I haven't controlled the jet ski the whole game. What do you mean? And then they just smash into rocks or something. So I know that you did die a couple times in your playthrough that you streamed, but I don't think you're the only one. Also, I know we've been talking about all the cool things that are in. There is some things in this trailer that are new that I think that they're adding, which I think is cool. Like we talked about at the beginning, that first house Leon goes in, there was a whole basement area. That wasn't in the original. That's cool.
No, that was really neat.
And then there's also a shot really close, like near the end of the trailer, where like Ashley is infected and she pulls a gun out on Leon, and that was not, and that's, I'm like, oh my gosh,
That
that
was
seems
actually
really
exciting
cool.
because
Yeah.
my biggest complaint about Ashley is like she never had a weapon.
Yeah. Well, I don't
that,
think
like saved so much time through the whole game. It's just, like,
I know. And imagine saving her and she just like pulls out a gun on Leon. The poor Leon, he's gonna go through some shit in this game. I can already tell. Yeah, they had the lake monster was in this trailer. They had like every major thing I could think of, except for like we didn't see the regenerators, but I'm sure that they're gonna be in.
I'm scared to see what they do with them.
All right. Just to kind of wrap things up, because I know we could sit here and talk about this one game all day, but I just for the viewers, I don't want it to be too long. So I'm just going to ask you, if there is one moment that you didn't see in this trailer that you want to be in this remake, what would it be? I know you did say that the keychain thing, but let's just for the sake of making the conversation interesting, is there any other ones? Any like boss fight or area or something that you want to see?
Personally, I really want them to do the whole Ada, when you meet Ada the first time, but my favorite moment was always when you run back into Ada and Leon has that whole breakdown kind of thing where like his eyes went red and he attacked Ada.
Yeah, when he also got infected, yeah.
Right. I really want them to either do that or they elaborate on that.
Yeah, I think that maybe I'm just biased, but I think that more Ada in general would be good, because she had a pretty decent role in Resident Evil 2 in Leon's story. And in the original Resident Evil 4, even though she's in it a lot, it's like she would show up like pop in like, hello Leon, and then disappear. And it would be like a couple hours in between. I wouldn't mind if there was like a more extended segment where her and Leon are just together. Maybe not obviously the whole game, but like
Right.
You know, just
I
like
love
where she doesn't just pop in to say hi and then disappear. Like, I would like if they collaborated a little bit more, and there was actually like a segment where they maybe fight, you know, in the same room, or they're getting attacked together or something like that, or they
that.
got to solve a puzzle together. I think that that would be really cool.
That would
I
be
would
so
like that.
cool.
Any final things that you wanted to say at all
Um,
about any
I
of the
think
stuff shown today?
I actually loved every single thing I saw.
Yeah, me too. I will be playing and buying all of those things. So I think it was absolutely stellar, and it's such a good time to be a Resident Evil fan, whether you're old Resident Evil fan or new. It just seems like a perfect time to get into the series. So much to play, and it all looks good, which is rare.
It's amazing.
Before I wrap this up, though, as some of you guys may know, there was also a Silent Hill video. I don't know what to call it. Transmission, they called it, I think. Which I'll be doing a separate video on the Silent Hill thing later. But you also watched it, and you had a quick thought or a quick comment about it. So yeah, what would your short little bonus Silent Hill takeaway from that?
So when you see the new game that is being advertised,
Just to be specific, which one? Silent Hill
it's
2?
the one that I believe that is being referenced for the 50s or 60s in Japan.
Oh, Silent Hill F?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw.
I
but
think
there's
I know what you're going to talk about. I don't know yet.
There's a username that is actually shown at the end of it.
The creator, right?
The creator of
I'm gonna butcher his name. What is it?
When you cry, or when they cry.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm glad that you said that. I don't know how to say it.
The writer of the new Silent Hill game.
Okay, so I actually did know that. Just so people that are watching, what the hell is this guy's name? I didn't do my homework. This is a bonus. I'm gonna have a whole separate Silent Hill video, guys. Don't you worry.
I felt so proud of myself because I knew.
Again, sorry if I butcher his name. It looks like it is Ryukishi07.
Yes.
And I did know this, and I recognized his name immediately because one of my very first manga series that I ever got into, and that is actually on my shelf right now as we speak, is Higurashi When They Cry. And
yes.
I cannot... I don't know about the anime. I never watched it. I know some people like it, some people hate it, but I can at least vouch for the manga. It is one of my favorite horror manga I've ever read. Really good, and I'm excited for the game just because he's got a good track record. So yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I'm excited, and more horror games is always good. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. And I'll may or may not have a whole separate Silent Hill video, but this video is already long enough. So thank you everybody for watching, and thank you to Myth for joining on in. Please go follow her over on Twitch TV/MythTheAlpaca. And is there any other places that they can follow you, or just Twitch, or?
I have Twitch and I have Twitter.
Okay, same. Is your Twitter handle same as Twitch?
It should. No.
Oh.
It's Salem Knox VTuber.
Okay, I'll link that in the description as well for anybody who didn't know how to spell all of that. But anyways, thank you, Myth, for doing this talk. It was a good time, and like I said, we could have probably rambled on for an hour or two more, but just for the sake of keeping it short, that was the Resident Evil Showcase. And if you guys liked this and you guys would like more just random ramblings of horror game fans, let me know, and I would love to do this again. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.